Hi everyone, this is Tyson Colby with Innotech Marine. I'm here to show you guys a quick tutorial video on how to install the motor fitment kit on a Yamaha 9.9 high thrust. Okay, so let's take a look at the kit here. This is our Accutroll coreless digital servo. This is what actuates your throttle. The kit includes a couple of brackets for mounting that servo, some hardware, some 130-pound braid, which is used to connect the throttle linkage between the throttle linkage and the servo. We have a servo horn, which converts into a spool, and then we have this replacement part for the Yamaha 9.9. I think Yamaha calls this an acceleration lever. We have to replace this part, and I'll show you why here in a second. As for tools, we have a Phillips head screwdriver and a small 10mm socket, and I also have this 4mm socket which comes in handy, and I'll show you here how that's handy. So if we come back and take a look at our motor, we're going to have to replace that accelerator lever that I was telling you about here. So it takes a 10mm socket. It's this guy right here. You probably first want to flip this plastic thing up. And just carefully slide out. So here's that Yamaha original part. You see it has this thumb on that lever, and we need a part that does not have that thumb so that we can actuate the throttle independent of the tiller handle or the remote. So we need to reuse this clear plastic piece, and that's where this 4mm socket comes in handy. On the back side here, if you just kind of press on it, it pops right out. So go ahead and save this if you ever need to remove the kit. And so what we're going to do is replace it with our version that does not have that thumb on it. Go ahead and put this plastic part back, snap it in. Great. So you can see we can actually actuate this throttle now independently of this guy. Okay, the next step we're going to do is we're going to mount this base bracket. You don't want to do that. Okay, so this motor is actually the tiller handle motor, so it has a manual choke. If you had the T-handle remote with an electric choke, there would be an electric choke body right here. The same kit works for both the tiller handle or remote version of this motor. And so we want to mount this bracket just angled a slight amount, and you'll see why. Snug that up. Okay. Next, we'll get this guy servo mounted. This is our eyelet adapter. All this goes behind it. Goes there. Got that bracket angled just a little too much. There, I pulled it out just good. There we go. All right, now the next thing we're going to do is going to take our 130-pound braid, and this is what we're going to use to tie, to link the throttle linkage to the servo motor. So what I do is just take and create a loop. Then we're going to just loop this thing around. Like so. I'm going to take this, feed it underneath this tube, feed it through the eyelet, like so. Then we're going to attach our servo horn here. First take the round servo horn with the holes in it, and then sort of from the inside out we'll run it through one of these holes. Give it, you know, about there. So then we're going to tie a knot in this. So what I do is I just kind of do a double twist just to make that knot volume a little bit bigger to keep it from wanting to pull through. Like so. And then we're going to take that round plate adapter and we're going to or I should call it a spool adapter, the backing plate. It snaps onto the original servo horn, turning it into a spool. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just walk this by hand by winding it up. And we're just going to get it close. We don't have to get it perfectly tight right now because when we go through the servo calibration later, we'll be able to take that slop out. But just get it close press fit that horn onto the servo like so, and then make sure to put this black screw to retain the servo horn. And then what happens is when we go through the calibration process of this, we're going to be asked to remove this horn one more time anyway. But for now, you know, that's it. We'll come on here and we'll snip off some of these loose tag ends, but installation is pretty straightforward.